19th of Feb 22. I want to talk about pretty privilege. I'll say that again. Pretty privilege. It's a bit harder than I thought, but yeah, I've thought this for a while, that people that are beautiful, or beauty, say beauty, that's probably, people talk about prejudice and bias, but that's probably the one thing that conquers all, that probably pretty people or beautiful people probably have an easier life than the rest of the people. I'm not saying whether I fit one or the other, but it's just interesting because people talk about prejudice and that, and bias, but I think prettiness is probably the biggest bias of them all. I mean, pretty people probably get an easier time to get employment, or in any way of life, like relationships, people having a good vibe about them, even, they're judging the book by its cover. They'll get into a good place, a better chance of getting into a good place whether they're the right person or not. But it's just an interesting concept, because I've thought of that a while. Yeah, pretty people do have an easier life. They at least get the opportunities. Probably there's a bias towards them, even in employment, or I don't know, maybe even TV, or maybe even pop groups or whatever. It's just and that goes across everyone. So it's just an interesting to think about, that prettiness is probably the biggest bias of all, or the biggest prejudice of all. And I just heard somebody use the term pretty privilege, and that is it exactly.